Good morning, students. Last class we discussed about how to read a chemical formula of a compound. Today we discuss about how to write chemical formula by using crisscross method. So we can follow the 5 steps. Step 1. What is the step 1? Write the positive radical left side and the negative radical to write the right side. Then step 2. Put the valency of Step 2. Put the valency of cation and anion top of the right side of cation and anion. Next step 3. If cation and anion having same valency, to get cancel, then write the chemical formula. If cation and anion having same valency to get cancelled, then write the chemical formula. Step 4. If cation and anion having different valency to sit right to left under left to right downside. So what is the fourth step? If cation and anion having different valency to shift right to left and left to right, downside of cation and anion places. Next, fifth point. Step 5. Cation valency tells about the number of anions involved in the formula and anion valency tells about the cations involved in the formula. So again I repeat 5 steps. Step 1, write the positive radical left side and a negative radical to right side. Then step 2, put the valence of cation and anion top of the right side of cation and anion. Step 3, if cation and anion having same valency to get cancelled, then write the chemical formula. Step 4, if cation and anion having different valency to shift right to left and left to right downside of cation and anion places. Next step 5. Cation valency tells about the number of anions involved in the formula and anions valency tells about the cations involved in the formula. So these all are very important steps. Now one example you can write. Example 1. Suppose if you don't know sodium chloride formula, how you can write? By using crisscross method. So how you can write crisscross method if you don't know cation charges, anion charges? We should not make chemical formula. That's why you should learn perfectly cations and anions list. Now check it. Sodium chloride. We don't know formula sodium chloride, but we know that step 1, write the cation radical, anion radical. Where we should write cation, where we should write anion. So cation we should write left hand side, anion should write right hand side. So cation, here what is the cation, what is anion? Left side is the cation, right side is the anion. So what is the symbol of sodium? It is cation. So that's why we written left side. Next, chloride symbol what? Cl. Right side. So over step 1. Step 2 what? Put the valency of cation and anion. Where we should keep valency of cation and anion? Top of the hand side of the cation and the anion. Example. What is the valence of sodium? +1. What is the valence of chlorine? -1. So step 2 over. Step 3. We know that if cation and anion having same valency to get cancer, to write chemical formula directly. Here cation and anion having same valency, that's why we get cancer directly. To write chemical formula NaCl. Next, another example you can take. Example 2. Sodium carbonate. If you don't know sodium carbonate, but we know that what is the symbol of sodium, what is the symbol of carbonate, what is the charge of sodium, what is the charge of carbonate. We learned previous classes anions, cations and their charges. Now we know that step 1. What is the step 1? To write the cation and anions. Where we should write cation left side, anion right side. So here what is the cation? Sodium is the cation. So that's why we should write left side. Anion. Here carbonate is the anion. So that's why we should write right hand side. What is the formula? Carbonate CO3. Step 1 over. Step 2. What is the step 2? Put the valency of cation, anion charges top of right hand side of the cation, anion. What is the charge of sodium? 1 plus. Where we should write? Right hand side, top of the cation. Next, what is the charge of carbonate? 2 minus. Where we should write? Top of the anion, right side. Now here, say both are having same valency or different valency. So here, sodium has 1 plus, carbonate has 2 valency. If cation and anion having 2 different valencies, then shift the right to left, left to right, downside of the cation and anion. Now observe, both are different valency. That's why the valency is shifted to right to left downsides and left to right. Okay. Next we know that step 5. What is that step 5? Anion number tells about the cations involved. That means here anion number how much is there? 2. That's why how many sodiums involved? 2 sodiums. Next, cation number tells about the how many anions involved in the chemical formula. Here this number shifted to here. That's it. 1 carbonate, 2 sodiums. Now how you can write formula? Na2CO3. Here only 1 is there. That's it. Directly you should write CO3. This is the formula of sodium carbonate. Next, another example. Potassium sulfate. Do you know formula of potassium sulfate? We don't know. How you can write? By using criss-cross method. How you can use the criss-cross method? By using cation, anion, we should write the formula. So here, what is cation, what is anion in potassium sulfate? We know that left side is we should write potassium, that means cation. Right side we should write anion. Here potassium is the cation, sulfate is the anion. Step 1. We know that to write cation radical left side and anion radical write the right side. So potassium, what is the symbol of potassium? K. Next, what is the symbol of sulfate? SO4. Over step 1. Step 2. Write the charge of cation. Charge means valency. Put the valence of cation, anion, top of the right side of the cation and anion. So here, what is the charge of potassium? +1. What is the charge of anion? Sulfate anion? 2 minus. Step 3. Step 3, we know that. What is that? If cation anion having same valency, to get directly cancelled, we get formula. But here, cation and anion having different valency. That's why we can sit left to right, right to left. Here step 3 is absent. Now that's why we are going to step 4. So here both are having different valency. That's why we have to sit the right to left, left to right. What is the fifth step? Here, anion number tells about the cations involvement. Anion number, cation number tells about the anion participate. So here, step 4. K 1 plus SO4 2 minus 2 1. Here how many potassiums involved? 2. That's why K2. Here how many sulfates is there? SO4. K2 SO4. That is the formula of potassium sulfate. Next, take another example. Sodium sulfate. What is the formula of sodium sulfate? We don't know. So we can use the Criss-Cross method. Here, what is cation? What is anion in the sodium sulfate? Sodium is the cation, sulfate is the anion. Now we should write what is the symbol of sodium? Na. Step 1. Write the positive radical and the negative radicals. Where we should write positive radical left side, negative radical right side. NaSO4. Step 2. Step 2. Put the valency of cation, anion, top of the right side of the cation and anion. What is the charge of sodium? +1. What is the charge of sulfate ion? 2 minus. Next, step 3. We know that step 3, if both are having same valency, directly we cancel, we get chemical formula. But here what happens? Cation and anion are having different valency. That's why step 3 is the ignore. Next goes to step 4. So what is step 4? If cation and anion having different valency, then shift the valency left to right, right to left. Now right to left, left to right. So we know that anion number tells about the number of cations involved in the formula. Cation number tells about the number of anions involved in the chemical formula. So step 5. Step 5 means here we consider 4. Third step is ignored. Two, one. How many sodiums involved? 2. So that's why Na2 sulfate 1 SO4. So this is the sodium sulfate chemical formula. Next class we discuss about remaining example.